Look.
Listen.
All right, guys, it's episode 147. We're gonna be talking about Horizons Pokemon number 92. And yeah, I'll get it out of the way right now. Am I sick?
Yes.
Can you tell?
A little bit.
Oh, no. What about you? How sick are you?
How sick am I? Well, my throat hurts, but I've been worse.
Look, sometimes you're on a flyaway, and sometimes there's a man coughing and sneezing very close to you, and another man stands up and stares at him and confronts him at the end of a 40-minute bus ride.
And sometimes Peep gets anxious because she misinterprets the man who standed up. The man who stood up is my favorite summer reading novel. Sometimes Peep misinterprets a situation and thinks that the man who got up to stand away from the sick man actually just really needed to pee and is having PTSD from the time that Michael had to pee in a bag on the flyaway, and so it was just all around a bad situation. So to be fair, the man okay, so we were sitting at the very end of the bus, and the man
across... Can I pause you for 1 second?
Yeah.
This is a podcast about Pokemon and other things. Taylor is not here this week. He is in the redwoods of San Francisco or Northern California, but we will hear from him later today in answering some questions for questions of the week. So, but please continue, Geese Peep. Go ahead.
To be fair, the man who got up to stand in the middle of the bus was glaring at the back of the bus where we were sitting and in the direct purview of the defunct locked bus toilet. So I thought this man was just trying to mentally not pee himself. So, and also, as I mentioned, my past trauma, so you can see how I thought that.
This poor girl, Geese Peep, can't even take a flyaway to Los Angeles International Airport because she's too traumatized because every time she gets on, I either have to pee the flyaway or I have a panic attack about pooping the flyaway. But that's enough on that. We got some Pokemon to discuss. We're back from Japan. If you haven't watched the vlog, go watch it. Lots of fun. Pokemon, beach, nature, big cities, beef bowls, yakiniku, you name it, Geese Peep. Baseball, you name it, Geese Peep.
I did name it.
Speaking of Gachapon. Speaking of naming Geese Peep, the first segment of our podcast every single week is Peep of the Week. What you been geesin'? Let's go on down to Geese Town. Geese Peep, please. What have you been up to this several weeks? Please, God, please.
I went to Japan with you. That's that's the big one.
Wait, you were there?
Yeah, I was. We had a great time. Like Michael said, please check out the vlog. Even though I painstakingly bought a underwater protective phone case so I could take video of the fish in Okinawa, but apparently Michael's, what is it, Apple Pro movie?
It's iMovie.
iMovie doesn't like the video format of my phone, and it wouldn't let him insert the fish videos. So maybe that has to be a separate video. Who's to say?
And let me insert the video, but then it just ruined the audio for everything after the fish video. But that's inside baseball. Nobody cares about that, guys.
Well, I care about the lack of my fish videos, but okay.
Well, what are we going to do? Also, bonus video coming out. You're not going to lose a podcast, don't worry. You're still going to hear about Liko, Dot, and Roy and their adventures and Ult. But there's going to be a bonus video dropping sometime soon of Geese Peep's Japan haul. All her fun stuff she got in Japan. Look forward to that.
Not all of it. I'm missing a blind box, and I would love to know where it is.
I have no recollection of you even buying it, so it probably never existed.
I did buy it. I remember because you had already bought something for me at that store, so you made me get in line and buy it.
Oh, no wonder I don't have a memory of it then.
Michael is proficient, I'd say, in Japanese, and your girl is not proficient in English, and certainly not in Japanese. So he bought everything and did the communicating.
I wouldn't say proficient. I learned the things I need to say to order food at restaurants and know what to say at a cash register. But I can't have a full-on conversation. Maybe one day. Okay, guys. We'll probably talk more about Japan next week with Taylor. Who's to say? I don't know. Watch the vlog. It's Look Listen Cast on YouTube. So youtube.com, /@LookListenCast. You'll find it. There's links out there. LookListenCast.com. Come on, guys. In my watching this week, I saw the Marvel film Thunderbolts *, which was certainly a better movie than Captain America Brave New World. I enjoyed it. It was kind of interesting. There's a big spoiler about what the asterisk means, but they also announced the big spoiler the day the movie came out. So I don't know what
I didn't see it.
I don't know to tell you what the spoiler is. The spoiler is literally the last thing that happens in the movie. Yet if you go to the movie theater today, you'll see the big spoiler on all the standees of the movie. So what Geese, please, what should I do? Should I tell the big spoiler? Should I not? What are we doing?
No, because I don't even know it.
Well, all right. Would you like to discuss some stuff you watched and played this week, Geese Peep? Your Peep of the Week?
Michael made me watch the parody Brady Bunch movies.
Made you? You were enthralled.
You made me watch them.
No, you love Brady Bunch the movie, first off. You were laughing like nobody's business.
The first one was the best.
Yes.
It was the most entertaining. The second one was okay. I didn't really love it.
Yeah.
But I have a stupid song stuck in my head. I have the theme song of the Brady Bunch.
It's this story.
And then also the song that they sing from the original show called Changing or something.
You've got to rearrange. That kind of sounds like the Pokemon song. Maybe they lifted that. It's time to change. When Peter Brady, his voice is changing. Hi, my name's Jen. There's got to be a way to make $20,000.
Oh, that actress is so good. She did a great job.
So funny. Did you have more to say, Geese Peep?
I think the reason why we watched them was because I never watched the original Brady Bunch, and I thought these movies were canon, like from the actual, they were like TV movies that they made. I didn't realize that they were parody made in like the 90s.
Yeah, there are canon Brady Bunch movies. In fact, the sequel parody movie is based off of one of the canon sequel movies where they go to Hawaii and find a totem and whatnot. But yeah, very, very interesting. Do you want to talk about watching Taylor play Claire Obscura Expedition 33?
Yeah, so I watched him play that game, even though I suggested we play a video game together, but he didn't seem hip on that idea. Mm-hmm. So it's a game, I'd say. He explained a lot of the lore to me, which was interesting, about how there's a generation and the lady paints a number and then they die. It's interesting. The video game itself looks like something I would not enjoy, but he seems to be having fun.
Here's the thing. I had no interest in this game, but every single day I see more and more people saying 10 out of 10 Claire Obscure Game of the Year. So now I'm thinking, what? Am I going to have to play it? You know how I feel about the French, Geese Peep. And the French have their hands all over this thing. It is a French video game through and through. You can't get more French than this game. People are calling it Final Fantasy. They're calling it JRPG. Get it? JRPG French. JRPG. So maybe I'll play it. Maybe it'll be on discount one day. Who's to say? Oh, also, I've been watching more of...
Wait,
yes?
I have something to say.
Geese Peep has something to say.
It's very important.
Coming in hot. Geese Peep, take it away. Take it away now. Go ahead.
Do you think Liza P. and Claire Obscura are best friends?
Yes. Now then, that's a very funny joke. I've also been, because we were on, guys, we all calm down for a second? I've had not a second of rest. You kidding me? We've been whirlwind journey across Japan, across Okinawa, Kyoto, Osaka, Tokyo. You kidding me? I haven't had a chance to catch up on all these shows. So I've been watching a couple episodes of Last of Us. I need to hurry up and finish those before I buy 1 month of Hulu Disney Plus, so I can get through all of Andor, get through all of Handmaid's Tale. Last of Us Season 2 is so hit or miss. I enjoy it half the time, and other half the time I'm bored out of my mind on my phone. It's not as good as Season 1. I'm sorry, Geese Peep. I'm sorry. I'm apologizing to you, Geese Peep. And I'm getting nothing from you. They can't see you shake your head no. This is an audio podcast.
Breaking news. While we were gone, HBO, we're back, baby.
The news of the lifetime. Max, parentheses, the one you watch for HBO, is renaming itself to its previous name, HBO Max. And boy, have the memes been hot on that subject, because it's a very funny situation. Geese Peep, there's gotta be something else you need to say before we move on to Poké-news of the week.
I got home to Maryland, and there's no food here. Like, there is never food. And my mom finally goes grocery shopping today. And lo and behold, our fridge is broken. So my parents are out buying a new fridge, and we're just playing fast and loose with the lunch meat my mother bought. So,
real quick before Poké-news of the week, I ate so many delicious beef bowls over the course of the last few weeks, and I adore my Sukiya beef bowls with cheese, with raw egg. You kidding me? With garlic sometimes. And best thing you can experience in life is eating hot Sukiya beef bowl, unless you accidentally spill your egg, Geese Peep, and the Chinese tourists next to you want to gossip about you in Chinese. And thank goodness Geese Peep understands a little Chinese, so she can tell me all about their little snide comments. Excuse me. Here's what I'm going to say about Geese Peep. I am a big fan of beef bowl with cheese and egg. This girl, you can't give her enough kimchi. She gets the kimchi special beef bowl, extra kimchi. It's just a bowl of kimchi. Even when she goes to grill her meat, it's just covered in kimchi. The girl can't get enough kimchi.
Plus, gotta do a nice heaping of the pickled ginger. I love pickled vegetables.
Oh, wait, where's your pot? Didn't I buy you a pop filter? Where is it?
You were so correct. I completely forgot about that.
You should have heard yourself say pick. Well, it's not going to pick, but pickled up on my pickle.
I'm a big fan of pickled vegetables, and I just can't get enough of those guys. Now, I will say one thing. Now, did we have maybe one or two beef bowls too many? Who's to say?
Yes, but that's only because our original plans, for whatever reason, who's to say why, couldn't happen. Situations happen.
Michael there's places where I wanted to go, and Michael was like, "Can we just go to Dongles first so we can get one thing?"
Oh my God, what a crock of baloney. No, she wanted me to eat pork sauce. She wouldn't eat fish ramen with me, even though, spoilers, the fish ramen.
And I let you even do it. I was willing to go on my own to eat my food on my own, which I'm completely fine with, by the way. But
anyway, guys, let's move on to Poké-news of the week. And funnily enough, the first segment of Poké-news of the week this week is going to be tied right back into us eating food in Japan. But let's hear it for Geese Peep.
Poké-news.
Okay, guys. I don't know if this means anything to you, but it means a lot to me. Komeda Coffee and Pokemon collaboration goods will be resold. Lottery sales will be held at the Pokemon Center online from May 23rd. A total of 6 products will be re-released, including a Pikachu mug and looks like some sort of Alcremie donut guy plush toy. I see a little pillow, adorable the foot drinks they have. Those, remember, Geese Peep, I drank out of this fancy mug. Remember I had the Sophia fancy premium coffee?
There's something I can't get over, and if you zoom in to the Alcremie stuffed plushie into the mouth, it's really something to behold.
Oh yeah, I'll have to do that later. Can you describe it for the folks at home listening on their audios?
The way that it's stuffed, it's like, so Alcremie has a little baby smiling mouth, right? But the way that this plush is stuffed, it looks like Alcremie is a Muppet and has a mouth and a nose. So the nose looks like, so the mouth looks like the nose, and it just looks so weird. Do you see it now?
Yeah, maybe a little bit, guys. Let's calm down a little bit. Anyway, if you've never had Komeda Coffee in Japan, I highly recommend it. I love their coffee. They have breakfast goods. They have delicious. I couldn't hear you, Geese Peep.
Great vibes.
I love their lunch foods. Their teriyaki chicken sandwich was very delicious. We had 45 different kinds of shakes while we were there. Mango shakes, coffee floats, coffee jelly. You love their little bread toast man, right, Geese Peep?
Yeah, I like their nuts.
Oh, yeah, they give you free nuts. Those are nice, too. Did you remember to pack those? Because I think you bought extras, right?
Oh, yeah, I have those in my bag.
It was nice because we bought coffee, and then in the morning when you buy coffee, you get for free a little toast set with some little jam or something. We love that place. Vibes are through the roof. You feel like you're in a little Japanese video game, jazzy kind of little. I just love that place. And we saw, what was that woman doing? Geese Peep? We saw a woman in there like 8 a.m. She was going
League of
hard on some
Legends.
MMO. It was crazy. It's so Japanese. You just would not see a grown woman in a business outfit 8 a.m. in a coffee shop going to town on an MMO like that. It just, you wouldn't see. Next in Poké-news of the week, we got a big update for Horizons. That's what we watch. The next batch of episodes for Horizon Season 2, The Search for Laqua, will be released on Netflix in the United States on June 27th, 2025. I wonder if they'll be good in English. My guess, Geese Peep? No, actually. I don't think they will be. Sorry, everybody who watches in English. Also, Geese Peep, scroll down, look at these goofball costumes for Pokemon Go. New outfits have been announced for Pokemon Go Fest 2025 for Pikachu and Phalanx. We got Dapper Pikachu and a Phalanx that is a train, like a steam locomotive. Very fun, very fun.
I love that.
It's funny. It's amusing. It is now time to discuss an episode of Pokemon. Geese Peep, can you please tell us what happened last time on Pokes?
The gang gets back together, and Liko reveals her secret to the school.
And could you please tell us the name of this week's episode number 92, in English?
Follow the Laquium signs.
Or in Japanese.
What a beautiful language.
So majestic, so ancient. Laquium. Sain no otte. Geese Peep, how's about just a one-sentence synopsis before we jump right on into this guy, this bad boy?
Back at it again with the Laquium.
We open with Ult. You remember him, Geese Peep, the green-haired boy. He's new for this season. He's at a train station looking for Roy after being abandoned, Geese Peep.
Yeah, Roy just left him, right? Just ghosted, Irish goodbye.
Yeah, Ult was still sleeping. He made big plans to explore the world with Ult and instead just left in the morning before Ult woke up. Poor Ult. Ult just starts asking passerby, have you seen this boy? Here's his Pokemon. And then a nice man says, oh yeah, he was with a girl. Guys, here's the thing about Ult, Geese Peep.
Guys,
I think he's a little bit scared of girls, if we're being honest.
I like the goofiness. I crave the goof, and I'm glad it's back.
Then we cut to Roy and Liko. They're also at the train station. They're calling Dot on the little Rotom phone. And guys, look, we gotta investigate all these weird Laquium occurrences. There's a lot of Pokemon out there, and they're acting strangely. Geese Peep, they're acting oddly. And I think Laquium's behind it. And there's only one group of kids experienced enough in Laquium to, solve this threat. Geese Peep. Ult is pulling a Team Rocket at this point, Geese Peep, and just staring at them. I don't think they're aware of him at this point in the episode.
Yeah, they're not. They don't see him until much later.
Yeah. Then we go to the theme song. First Sableye kind of goofs on Ult for being afraid of girls. Then we cut to the theme song. We're back from the theme song. It's the Rising Volt Tacklers, and they're in the sandy dunes again. Let's get to searching. Split up, gang. I need Bravo team to take the skies. Crocolore and Kilowattrel search everywhere for this Laquium Pokemon disturbance. Apparently they're by Kanto. I guess they're still by Liko's school, right? Indigo Academy?
Yeah.
So then the three kids wax poetic, wax nostalgic, whatever the phrase is, all about their big adventures they've had in the past. And I don't know if you noticed Hatchram being very cute, rubbing her little face against Pagogo-chan's Pokeball.
There's something about it that I didn't like, and I think it's because I don't trust Hatchram.
What?
She's a little shady.
She's always helping everybody. She's a baby. What are you talking about?
I don't know. Her vibes, I don't know.
Oh my God.
Something sketchy.
No, there's not. Anyway, clearly Pagogo-chan is fine in his little Pokeball because Hatchram is not sensing any negative aura at all from that Pokeball, so this is good. Even though he's been in there for a full year, Geese Peep, a full year. What is this? In the distance? There's some Pokemon running, a Sudowoodo, an Ampharos, a Teddiursa, a Phanpy, and a Furret. They must be running from the Laquium affected Pokemon. So Roy jumps straight into the disturbance and Shiny Lucario. Shiny Lucario kind of cracks me up because it seems like he's not going to deal with these running Pokemon. He's not going to stand for it.
I like how he's like Naruto running.
Oh, yeah. So Roy goes in there with Captain Pikachu. Oh, hey, look, Ult is still snooping on them. He's just always right behind him, just snooping away. But then Geese Peep, what happens to Ult?
He falls down one of these holes.
How many episodes of Pokemon are we going to watch where somebody falls down a little sinkhole, slips down a little ledge, and the whole episode is them trying to get out of a hole? How many? You tell me.
I'm going to guess at least 3 more this season.
Good Lord. At this point, the children are saying, what could have made all these holes everywhere? It's too big for an earthworm. What could it be?
Sandworms.
Oh my God, Geese Peep. Is that a pink mist coming out of a cave?
I don't know how they can tell it's pink, because when I think of mist, I don't really think of it colored. And I think it'd be very hard to see that.
Just picture like a fog machine, a pink fog machine. That's probably good comparison. Oh my God, there's a giant Steelix in there. Holy moly, and he's chasing after Ult. This next part cracks me up when Liko looks at the giant Steelix and says, there's something off about that Steelix. What's going on with that Steelix? It's been Laquiumed.
There's got to be a better nickname we can do than Laquiumed.
Laquium apostrophe D, there's no better alternative.
I feel like we can definitely workshop that.
Maybe when we're healthier. Get him, Crocolore! Stop all his attacks! Use Flamethrower! Meowscarada, use Flower Trick! Oh my God, that Steelix is evading everything! Geese Peep, I want to tell you right now, this Steelix, this guy's great at digging holes. He's got to be the best around.
He's like basically a giant shovel. He's made out of steel. It's long.
Yeah, he's very impressive. Lucario, go ahead and sense its aura and use close combat. Flower Trick. Oh my God, Geese Peep, it's no use. His defense stat is through the roof. There's no way we're going to hurt this guy. Use Flamethrower again. And then at this point, Geese Peep, Doc comes up with a very complex plan. It involves all the Pokemon. We're talking, so they're going to be flying with Kilowattrel. It's all very exciting. Unfortunately, Steelix keeps hiding in holes, so Liko has to come up with a plan involving Meowscarada's Vine Whip to pull it up. Lucario's going to sense the aura, so that way Meowscarada knows where to go. I got to hand it to him, though. Incredible music going on right now. I'm having the time of my life.
It's incredible music, and then later in the episode, they kind of like switch the music really abruptly. There's like weird cuts in this episode. Did you notice that? Like visual and audio cuts.
I don't remember a music switch. They're all just using music from the video game at this point. Hatchram, use Confusion. Hold those rocks. Hold those Steelix rocks while Captain Pikachu Thunder Punches them. If Taylor were here, I'm sure he would find it very amusing because once again, we're in a situation where a Pokemon could easily avoid a rock, but instead an additional Pokemon has to break the rock. That's his favorite kind of scene. Oh no. Geese Peep, Steelix is burrowing again. Quick, use Disarming Voice and Uproar. It's a double sound blaster. And honestly, I'm gonna be H with you right now. This double sound blaster into Flamethrower into another Steelix coming out of nowhere. The battles this season I feel like are more fun. There's more going on and it's more exciting.
Really, because at this point I rolled my eyes and I was like, well, more of the same from last time.
No.
Yeah.
No, it was so much fun, Geese Peep. You're out of your mind. It's time for a commercial break. We're back from the commercial break. Oh no. Steelix, the first Steelix, hits Kilowattrel and Crocolore with a big giant Laquium charge sand tomb, and now they're trapped in the ground.
Hit pause What is it? What is you hit the needle? Stop the tracks. Stop the train. Did you see cute baby Captain Pikachu wearing Frito's broken goggles as a backpack?
I know he wears the broken goggles. I didn't know they worked as a backpack. Seems like a pretty small backpack.
Well, I don't know if they're backpack. Oh, I thought it was a backpack at first, and then I noticed that they were the goggles.
Yeah, he always wears those guys.
Where's that plushie?
Yeah, they should release that. Hurry up,
guys.
So I'm under the impression that all three, Captain Pikachu, Kilowattrel, and Crocolore, are now down for the count, stuck in a sand tomb. So what does that mean for the rest of the gang? That means we need all the other Pokemon to fight these Steelixes. Flower Trick. Oh, no. Somebody's going to get hit. I don't know who. Maybe Meowscarada?
Yes, I think that's the assumption. The Meowscarada.
That's the toughest word for you to say. Out of nowhere, a power gem saves the day, breaks the rocks. Who's it from, Geese Peep?
Sableye.
And Alt, unfortunately for people annoyed by this kind of thing, Alt is still saying Mega in front of everything, so that's good.
To those people I say, why do you hate joy?
Alt takes this opportunity in the middle of the giant Steelix fight to tell Roy, shiny Rayquaza is mine, and don't for a second think it's not. So
get your filthy paws off him.
And then we get, maybe this is what you're talking about, I thought this was sick, but we get a very sick build-up to the music as both Roy and Alt decide there's only one way we're going to defeat these double Steelixes. What is it, Geese Peep?
Mega Evolution. And yes, this was what I was talking about, where the transition from this music to the regular battle music is very odd.
Yeah, it's like real hard rock guitars. They hit their keystones and everybody's mega evolving. We got Mega Sableye. We got Mega Lucario. They're so powerful we can't handle it. And I guess I hadn't realized at this point, but this is Liko's first time ever seeing Mega Evolution. She's pretty impressed by this whole process, TBH.
I mean, it's pretty sick.
Now, here's what I'm saying, thinking to myself, Geese Peep. We got these two Mega Evolved pokes. I sure hope these Steelixes don't Mega Evolve, because if they start Mega Evolving, we're in big trouble. Metal Claw Lucario. Oh my god, he's so strong. Look at that guy. He's using close combat. Ooh. Sableye, use Power Gem. And then, Geese Peep, we get such a sick scene. I know you don't like battles, but I bet Taylor would love this part where Sableye and Lucario are standing back to back, and at the last minute, they dodge out of the way so that way both Steelix hit their head against Mega Sableye's giant gem, and they both hurt themselves so much. Ooh, so sick.
I also like how after this, Sableye swallows the gem and goes back to its normal form. That's a fun little freaky thing to do.
Yeah, that's how he reverts. Because he always has his gem inside of him, and then he can just.
Then what's the gem that's on the green gem that's on his back when he's in his Mega Evolution form?
He grows those when he Mega Evolves, and then they go away when he reverts.
But why does that gem not go away?
When he, I don't know. Ask
who?
Game Freak, Geese Peep.
You're a game freak.
Moraine. I mean, Geese Peep. At this point, I think, are these Steelix Dunzo? Are they? I don't think so. But in good news, Geese Peep, we see Captain Pikachu, Crocalor, and Kilowattrel fly out of the sand tomb. And now it's time to really get those Steelix apostrophe S. Stylix. Flamethrower. And I'll be honest, this next scene I found very violent of just setting these Pokemon on fire. It just doesn't look good. It just looks like it's inappropriate. I don't know. But oh no, Geese Peep. Do you remember what happened with the 6 Heroes of Light when they were exposed to Laquium?
I don't, but Liko does, and she doesn't like it. Not one bit. And she lets those Steelix know. She says, stop the fighting. Love each other.
The Laquium is clouding their judgment, Geese Peep. Liko's begging him to stop. But here's the problem, Liko. When you run up to a bunch of fighting Steelix, there may be a rock that falls on you. But what Deus Ex Machina do we get, Geese Peep, right as Liko is about to perish?
Terapagos coming out of my shell, doing just fine. How's it go?
Yep.
Pagogo comes out and saves the day. Now, here's the thing, Michael. I was surprised because I didn't think they would release that guy so early. Because they really like to draw things out in the last season.
Here's the thing about Pagogo-chan. That boy, he belonged to Ristal, okay? Every time he pops out after a long absence, it's to protect Ristal's great-great-great-great-grandchild, Liko. So Liko's about to die. He comes out real quick, makes a giant shield, turns Terestal form. What's a good side effect of Terestal form, Geese Peep? That's right. It can suck up Laquium energy. and calm these Steelix down. So
this is all true and good, but you didn't answer the question that I posed. Was I'm surprised that the people who make the show revealed.
You're asking me, am I surprised this happened to episode 3 of this season?
Yes, that is what I'm asking.
Yes. You know what? Yes.
That is all I wanted to know. Thank you so much.
Well, wonderful.
It's always a good time seeing that guy. I love that guy. So cute. What a great guy.
At this point, Ult has a very funny line, which is, "Who the H is that Pokemon?" Because that's just
I don't know.
That's just a wild mythical that this poor little French boy has never even began to consider that this mythical Pokemon could exist and pop out of a ball and turn Terestal and calm down some Laquium to Steelixes.
The French love having existential crises.
Yeah, they do. Well, then the Steelix fall asleep after a big, long battle. Oh my God, Pagogo-chan, it's so nice to see you after all this time. Hatchram, go ahead and heal up those Steelixes. Let them just go back into their cave, confused as all get out.
Why can't Hatchram just make them calm down? Is she not power enough because of the Laquium?
Well, Laquium's not even from this planet, so I don't think she can interact with Laquium at all. I don't think she can counteract Laquium now. Ohio gozaimasu, Pagogo-chan. Welcome back to the land of the living. And then we get a little scene here with just extra confirmation. Roy saying, "Oh yeah, Liko, I met Ult in Kalos. That's where we learned to Mega Evolve."
And Masquerada waves and says hello like a human, and it's very odd.
Ult, thank you so much for helping us when we needed help against these Steelix. And Ult's behavior around Liko, Geese Peep.
Shy little boy.
He's a shy little boy. Oh my God, what is going on with Sableye and Terapagos, Geese Peep?
Best part of the episode, the little goblin Sableye tries to eat the very good-looking gem that is Pagogo.
Here's the thing, guys. If you know anything about Sableye, you know the boy loves to eat gems, diamonds, rubies, little emeralds, little sparkling guys. And Terapagos, I don't know if you've ever seen that Pokemon. He's covered in those guys. So yeah. Sableye thinks he's a tasty little treat. Thank goodness the humans run in, save Terapagos from being eaten. That's not food, Sableye. Please don't do that again, please. And then we get a little scene about Liko asking about Mega Evolution. I think they probably explained it a little bit. To be nice to the audience, unfamiliar with Mega Evolution, we immediately cut to a Neato Thing video all about it.
This cut felt really out of place.
It was a little odd because normally when we see the Neato Thing videos, it precedes a scene of somebody watching them. So it was a little different. But in the Neato Thing video, we see Mega Charizard Y, Mega Ampharos, Mega Gardevoir. She explains how it works, all the bonds, the keystones, etc. And then we see Dot. She's looking at her computer, Geese Peep. We got reports coming in all over the place of Laquium's side. So
a really weird cut and transition.
Sorry, guys. Geese Peep, not a fan of your transitions this week.
It just feels like they splice these different clips from different episodes and then they fit them in here.
Could be. Well, probably a different team, different editors. Looks like the Rising Volt Tacklers, Geese Peep, are going to have a lot of work ahead of them this season. We cut back to Roy, Liko, Ult, and at this point, Ult breaks the silence. He addresses the elephant in the room and says, "Roy, how could you do that to me? How could you abandon me, your boy?" And Roy says, "Sorry, tee-hee."
Ooh, sorry.
He puts his 2 index fingers together and his thumbs up in the air. And then Ult goes on and on about shiny Rayquaza, but Roy just abandons the boy again and tells Liko, "I'm sorry, this Ult kid, he's pretty annoying. Let's get out of here.
Let's get out of here.
Let's blow this popsicle stand." Which I guess is a funny running joke, but I actually do feel bad for Ult. It seems out of character for Roy to just keep abandoning the boy and call him annoying. That just doesn't seem like Roy to me. And now, Geese Peep, we cut to everybody's favorite butler, named after a hamburger. Who is it?
Butler Hamburger.
Oh my God. And Amethio's goons? It's been a year since they last spoke. What are they going to discuss? Geese Peep, why don't you tell me what they discuss? Please, go ahead.
So, Hamburger, Butler, Hamburger, this it basically speaks to the audience via or through or
Take two, Geese Peep. Let's hear it. What do they discuss?
Butler Hamburglar tells Amethio's goons that, yeah, so Spinal replaced Amethio's dad, and his dad, Crave, and I both don't think that Spinal's telling the truth when he says that Amethio perished. So I need you guys to investigate. And oh, here's this cube with a Zygarde cell. You gotta find Zygarde because Zygarde will for sure know where Amethio is.
Yeah, they actually call that cube a Zygarde cube, believe it or not. You use that to collect Zygarde cells in the games.
It's actually not even a cube.
Well, what are you going to do? What's amusing is Butler Hamburger says, you got to find Zygarde because Zygarde's the only way to find Amethio without Amethio knowing you're looking for him. Why is it a big deal that Amethio doesn't know you're looking for him? You tell me. I don't know. Please write in, looklistencast@gmail.com. I don't know why. You tell me. During this scene, they do my favorite Horizons musical motif where they do the scary violin. You know, the one.
Yeah.
And the episode ends now just on an ominous note where Butler Hamburger says we got to find Zygarde before it is too late. Is Amethio in grave danger? Geese Peep?
Who's to say?
You tell me. To be continued. And Geese Peep, please take it away with the Neato Things Mega Evolution of the Week this week. Take it away, please. Thank you very much.
This week, it's the Iron Snake Pokemon Steelix. So when it Mega Evolves, the cells within its body crystallize, and now they're stronger than any mineral and able to withstand any temperature.
Wow.
And we see the Mega Evolution, and I'm not a fan of this. I don't like the way that he looks.
I'm not a fan of most Mega Evolutions. I'm a little disappointed that Mega Evolutions are the big thing that are coming back for Legends ZA because I like collecting new Pokemon. Mega Evolutions are not new Pokemon. It's just a form you use in battle, and it's not even adding to your Pokedex. So I personally, not a fan.
Yeah, and like with all of these segments, we don't really get an animation. We just kind of get the Pokemon in its Mega Evolution form interacting or like responding to Nidothing's camera. And yeah, it's not good.
Well, Steelix bumps into Nidothing, and it was very adorable that when Mega Steelix bumps into Nidothing, she gets the stars above her head when you're like knocked out or you're seeing stars, but there's adorable little Quaxleys amongst the stars. I thought that was good.
That is
good
cute.
touch.
That's good. That is good.
And that's the end of the episode. All right, cool. Score of the week. Here's the thing, Geese Peep. I had fun with the battles. The ending maybe a little weak. Pagogo-chan coming back. This is a tough one to score, actually. I did have fun, so I guess that means my score is going to be somewhere in the 7s or 8s. Maybe. There were cute moments, too. Yeah, okay. I'm either going to give it like a 7.9 to an 8.2, that range. I'm not sold on my score yet, so could you please tell me how you felt about the episode and what score you're going to give it? That's probably going to influence my decision.
The best part was Sableye trying to eat Terapagos, and that's only the real positive I can give it. I felt the battle was kind of boring.
So sick.
And there were a lot of parts that felt like they were stitched together in a very inorganic way. Ooh, I'm going to give it a 6.
Oh my God.
Well,
so
no, that's too low. That's too low. That's too low. I'll give it a 7.
Okay, 7.0. That was a very funny scene of Sableye trying to eat Terapagos. Yeah, I enjoyed it. There's some laughs, there's some cute moments, and I had a lot of fun with the battle. So actually, there's not much I can complain about. I'm going to up the score to maybe 8.4, actually. It was fun. Give me more fun, give me more laughs, give me more cute stuff. The only thing I don't like is I don't like Roy constantly abandoning Ult. I mean, I guess it's supposed to be a funny little goof, ha ha ha. And it is kind of interesting to introduce this sort of dynamic, which we haven't had at all in this series so far. So 8.4. I had a fun time with it. I'm curious to see what Taylor feels about it next week. And that concludes our... Wait, was there more you had to say about the episode? Didn't seem like we discussed it too much.
No, I was kind of disappointed because it feels like this is just going to be all of the episodes where they're investigating a Laquium guy and they have a battle and then Alt comes in. I hope it's not like that, but
there you go.
We'll see.
We'll see. Geese Peep, can you please, we're moving now on to, thank you for listening to us discuss an episode of Pokemon. It is now time to move on to questions of the week. Can you read Ollie Bro's question aloud, and then Taylor will answer it, and then you can read Shiny Sylveon's question aloud, and we will all answer it.
Question for Taylor.
From Ollie Bro.
From Ollie Bro. Hi, it's me, Ollie Bro. Question for Taylor. What's Ankara like? I asked because I visited Turkey in November 2023. Having went to Cappadocia, Izmir, and Istanbul, in parentheses, seeing jellyfish on the Bosporus cruise was a highlight. The tour I was on didn't take us to the capital city, so I'm curious. Isn't Cappadocia, I can't pronounce it. I don't know how to pronounce it. That's the place where they have, like, the town is, like, built into the limestone holes in the cliffs, right?
Sounds like a question for Taylor, but that would be sick. And I remember playing Final Fantasy 16, and there's an area like that, and it made me want to just explore some limestone area like that. And here is Taylor's response.
And here's Taylor. All right, Ollie Bro, I got your question. What's Ankara like? So, first of all, you went to fantastic places in Turkey. You went to Cappadocia, which is just a desert. I'd actually be really curious to hear what your experience there was like. Had to drive there from Ankara. That's a very dusty, long drive. I'm assuming you did something with the hot air balloons at 4 a.m, which is like the thing to do there. Istanbul's sick. Izmir is awesome. Ankara is a very gray city. And people in Turkey will tell you that Ankara is a very gray city. It's incredibly utility driven. So public transit's great. So many stores, so many restaurants, but it's just giant, and there's just not green like there is in Istanbul. Istanbul has trees everywhere. It has you were mentioning the Bosphorus, which is, lovely, lovely body of water. But yeah, it's just kind of gray, very sprawling, impressive city. It just doesn't stop going. But I would never tell somebody, oh, you gotta visit Ankara. So you hit 3 that are very important. So Istanbul, I think everybody should visit. Cappadocia, sick for the balloons, sick for the architecture. And Izmir is just, by the sea. So you did a good job. Don't worry about missing out on Ankara.
All right. Thank you, Taylor, for your response. Now let's take our second question from Shiny Sylveon. Please, Geese Peep, read the question for all of us.
What was the first anime movie you ever watched and the most recent anime movie you watched? The first anime movie I watched was actually Pokemon the first movie, and the most recent was Colorful Stage, the movie, a Miku who can't sing. P.S. During the outro of the Monpoke episode, when Guyera said to show it to your great-great-grandchildren, for some reason, I just imagined Lucius and Gibeon showing it to Liko and Emethio. Anyway, have an awesome day, guys.
Thank you very much, Shiny Sylveon. The first anime movie I've ever seen, I'm fairly certain, was Street Fighter 2, the anime movie, on television somewhere. That is the earliest memory I have of seeing an anime movie. There's got to be an anime movie I've seen more recently than this, but I know I saw the Doraemon. There's got to be an anime movie I saw more recently than this. I know I saw the Doraemon movie in theaters in Japan last year. But this year, when was the Miyazaki movie, the Heron movie? The Boy and the Heron?
Like a year and a half ago.
That was a while ago, yeah. Geese Peep, let me think harder, and you answer this question, please.
Okay, so I think the first anime movie I watched was probably a Pokemon movie, or it was Castle in the Sky, because I have like a really clear memory of having the little cat guy from Castle in the Sky, and I feel like vaguely remember watching that movie as a kid, or it was just a dream. Who's to say? But my most recent, gamers, I'm gonna be real, I have no idea. Probably a Miyazaki. I haven't seen The Boy and the Heron.
Most recent anime movie. Because there's certainly been a few anime that I've watched recently, TV shows. Taylor and I watched Lazarus, the first episode, and I was watching, what was the name of it? I was talking about it a few weeks ago. Geese Peep, the Korean anime. What's it called? Level Up, Level something?
Level.
Solo Leveling. So I've watched Solo Leveling recently, but as far as specifically an anime movie, I had to have watched a movie in a theater. Come on, guys.
I wanted to watch that one movie where there's a singer. Remember?
Yeah, I saw the singer movie.
Wasn't that last year?
Well, hopefully Taylor's answer is much more interesting than mine about the Doraemon movie from 2024, so it's probably a better answer. Geese Peep and I just aren't running around watching anime movies, I guess. Geese Peep?
No.
Very sick. Well, here's Taylor's in-depth response. Take it away, Taylor.
All right, Shiny Sylveon. You ask, what was the first anime movie you ever watched and the most recent anime movie you've watched? Yours is Pokemon the first movie, and most recent was Colorful Stage the movie. A Miku who can't sing? Hatsune Miku? I haven't heard of that. But my first anime movie I would also say was Pokemon the first movie. I saw Dragon Ball Z Tree of Life somewhere around the same time, but I think Pokemon the first movie was my first anime movie, unless there was something on TV. Most recent one would probably be Redline. Everybody, it's a racing movie, but it's so sick and so slick, and everybody should just go watch Redline. It's fantastic.
Thank you so much, Taylor. Okay, Geese Peep, I think it's time to head on over to the wrap-up. Please start saying it to all of us. Thank you, Geese Peep.
Thank everyone.
Thank everyone. Shiny Sylveon, Ollie Bro, thank everyone.
Thank you, everyone, for listening. You can follow us, Listen Cast, on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. Please like and comment so more people can find our stuff. Thank you to Key Squared for our artwork. For our artwork, you can find him at twitch.tv/Key Squared.
Shouts out Professor Ticklebits for the website and boilerplate. That's twitch.tv/prof_Ticklebits. And please recommend this podcast to your friends, families, nephews, nieces, grandmas, grandpas. Not a single swear except for Geese Peep, who I have to tell her that's a swear word, and then I have to beep it out or cut it out. But other than that, no swear words. Also, please send your questions to looklistencast@gmail.com. Just like Ollie Bro, just like Shiny Sylveon.
Also, gamers, thank you in advance for watching our Japan vlog and the bonus video that will be coming out in the future.
Shortly. Very shortly, like a week or two or something. You'll see it. You'll see it pop up. You guys love a good Japan haul video. Okay, everybody, we're going to say goodbye. Geese Peep's going to say goodbye 5 times. I'm going to say goodbye. Taylor better be here next week. He better get himself on a podcast recording or there's going to be trouble. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye. 5 times.
Bye.
Goodbye. 3 more 5. 2 more goodbye.
Bye.
1 more goodbye.
Bye. Howdy, y'all. It's me, Geese Peep. Thank you for listening to the Geese Peep Productions podcast.
Geese Peep Enterprises, doing business as Peep Industries, together with its subsidiaries, is a diversified worldwide entertainment company with operations in media networks, talent management, parks and resorts, multimedia entertainment, and consumer products and interactive media. Geese Peep Enterprises is a Dow 30 company